Good afternoon, students. The topic of today's lecture is training and development. First of all, we will start with the definition part of training. It is the formal and systematic modification of behavior through learning, which occurs as a result of education, instruction, development, and planned experience. Training is a short term process. It refers to instruction in technical and mechanical problems. It is targeted in most cases for non-managerial personnel. It is job specific and it is related to a particular topic. So as we can understand from all this, training is a formal process and it basically occurs through education, instruction, and a planned exercise. It is a short-term process and it is basically targeted to non-managerial personnel. Now coming to the development part. Development is any learning activity which is directed towards future. So development is future oriented needs rather than present needs and which is concerned more with career growth than immediate performance. As we all know that career is a long-term process and development needs to be done to have a positive and flourishing career. It is a long-term educational process. It refers to philosophical and theoretical educational concepts. It is for managerial personnel, the people having higher positions, and it serves general purpose. So basically development is long-term process. It is for managerial personnel and it is being done by keeping future in mind. Moving further, why training and development? Training helps employees to do their current jobs, the jobs which they are doing right now. Training helps them to perform that job in an effective and efficient manner. Now, coming to development, it helps the individual handle future responsibilities, the roles he has to play in future jobs, and various activities he or she may do in future. Why to train? Does providing them training mean they are insufficient to perform well in the organization? No. Training is about making them company specific and job specific. People are having skills, they have abilities. Okay, there is no doubt in it. But to make them company specific and job specific, we need to provide them training. Initial training is all about orientation of the company. We have to understand the various departments, various functions, various roles, each and every detail about the company. Then telling them about who we are, that is company knowledge, what we do, product knowledge, what how we serve the society, what roles do we play, telling them how you are going to do, what to do, that is job knowledge. So all these things come under the orientation of the company. Now, what is the basic criteria behind training? This diagram explains it in a very simple and most effective manner. Existingly, right now, what skills, knowledge, attitudes, everything we have to cross this bridge to reach the required level, the level that is job specific and career specific, right? That is required skills, knowledge, and attitudes. So, to bridge this gap, training plays an important role. Training works as a bridge between existing and required factors. When does the need of training arise? So we have to understand when does we need to have training. First, no one is a perfect fit at the time of hiring and some training and development must take place. So we acquire our knowledge from universities and we keep complete our studies or we are already experienced. But whenever we go to some new place, there is always a scope of learning new things, and then we can understand the how, when, what of that particular workplace. For that, we need training. Installation of new equipment or techniques. Even for this thing, we need training to operate new machines, to operate new equipments. Then changing in work methods or products produced. Even for this, we need training. We need to understand working methods, new products produced. Then labor shortage necessitating the upgradation of employees. This also needs training. Promotion or transfer of individual employees. This is also a situation in which training is very much necessary. Then ensures availability of necessary skills, and there could be a pool of talent from which to promote from. Reduces constant supervision. Yes, training makes a person much more disciplined and much more that work oriented, and this helps in reducing constant supervision. Then improves quality. Yes, to improve the quality, to improve the efficiency, to improve the productivity, we need training. Increase efficiency, we need training, right? What now we'll study what are the various advantages of training, what are the plus points of training, how training helps us. First one is it leads to improved profitability and more positive attitude towards profits orientation. Second is improves the job knowledge and skills at all levels of organization. Third is improves the morale of the workforce. Training helps in upgradation of motivation level of workforce. It helps the workforce to work with much more energy. Then next is helps people identify with organizational goals, helps create a better corporate image, fosters authentically openness and trust. Then next is improves the relationship between boss and subordinate. When training is being imparted, boss understands the employees, employees understand the boss, they both know their own roles, so it improves the relationship between them. Next is aids in organizational development. Training plays a major role in organizational development, organizational growth. Then next is learns from the trainee. How training is being imparted, that also affects the trainees efficiency. Then helps prepare guidelines for work, that is also very much a help which we get from training. Now we'll study some disadvantages of training. It can be a financial drain or resources, like training if not imparted properly or in right direction or according to the need, then it can be a financial drain. Second is often takes people away from their job for varying periods of time. Yes, training needs time. Training needs some kind of separation. And that activity sometimes distances the people from their own job. Then equip staff to leave for a better job. Even training, when imparted to a person, when a person learns new things, he or she might leave their present job and and reach out to a better job. Then bad habits passed on, then narrow experience. Now we'll study some objectives of training and development. First is to increase efficiency. Yes, we impart training to people with the first and foremost motive to increase efficiency. The people get required skills, the people get required knowledge, and they work according to the company's goals and objectives. Second is improves quality. When people understand what they are required to do, what skills they are having after training, this improves the quality of their work. Then versatility in operations, a person tries or person becomes multi-talented when training is being imparted. They learn new things and they are now available to perform various other tasks also. Then employee stability, the employees get motivation when they get training, they feel confident, and that leads to stability in job. Benefits the organization, organizational goals and objectives are being achieved more smoothly. benefits the individual, the overall growth of individual takes place, then benefits the personal and human relations, intra-group, internal group relations. So all these things get affected due to training and development. Inputs of training and development. First is skills, then comes ethics, then development, knowledge, and behavior. So these are the various inputs of training and development. Assessment of training needs. When do we know that training needs are there? How can we assess them? Jobs and related tasks that need to be learned, organization and its goals and objectives, individuals who are to be trained, competencies and skills that are needed to perform the job. So these all are the things which come under the assessment of training needs. That whenever new people are coming, whenever organizational goals and objectives are changed, whenever jobs and related tasks that need to be learned, competencies and skills, so all these things are very much are requirement of training. Now we'll come on to training methods. First is on the job training, method by which employees are given hands-on experience with instructions from their supervisor or other trainer. Employees are trained at the actual job location. New employees observe the work and then they try to imitate. Like whenever employees are working during that time when training is imparted to them, that comes under the category of on the job training. So the proper way to do on the job training. P stands for prepare, R stands for reassure, O stands for orient, P stands for perform, E stands to evaluate, R stands to reinforce and review. Job rotation, workers rotate through a variety of jobs. They go in circles, they perform various jobs. By doing this, they try to learn and have versatility in them. Then apprentice training, a system of training in which a worker entering the skilled trades is given systematic instruction and experience both on and off the job in the practical and theoretical aspects of the work. So it has advantages. Training is intense and lengthy. It is typically conducted on a one-to-one basis. So it is always beneficial to the apprentice. Then mentoring. A mentor is a guide who can help the mentee to find the right direction and who can help them to achieve solutions to career issues. A mentor should help the mentee to believe in herself or himself and boost her confidence. So he is the person who provides right direction to the trainee. Internship programs, they are jointly sponsored by colleges, universities, and other organizations that offer students the opportunity to gain real life experience while allowing them to find out how they will perform in work organizations. Then lectures are there. These are off the job training methods. Advantages, large number of trainees can be taught at once, cost efficient, more effective if training need is the same across participants. Then audio visual material, it is also off the job. Advantage is good for capturing student interest. The students have interest in audio visual aids. Then after initial investment, cost is minimal and people learn from this method with enthusiasm. Then conferences, it is also off the job training. Advantages are there, can combine lecture and discussion, can be good when the ratio of trainees to trainers is relatively small. If it is designed well, there is a great deal of interaction between trainers and trainees and between trainees. Now, reasons and benefits. Need for improving performance, professional development, adapt the change. These are the reasons and benefits of providing training and development to employees. Now, training outcomes. This comes the last part. Information such as facts, techniques, and procedures that trainees can learn after getting the training, skills that trainees can demonstrate in tests or on the job, trainee and supervisor satisfaction with the training program, changes in attitude related to the content of the training, improvements in individual, group, or company performance. So, students, this was all about training and development. We started with the definition part, then we did various techniques of providing training, then we did various advantages, then we did various benefits and objectives of training and development, how training and development takes place, why it should be provided, how it is beneficial to the company, how it is beneficial to the individual, and how it plays a major role in overall development of all the people associated with the organization and organization itself. So if there is any doubt, you may please ask me. This was all with the lecture. Thank you very much.